Welcome to Petrol, Slovenia's largest energy company for oil, gas, and other energy commodities. In addition to the LPG depot Štore, where we are currently located, the Petrol Group also includes LPG depot Sežana, fuel depots Zalog, Rače, Lendava and Celje, Terminal Instalacija Sermin, and Euroservice Brnik. Large quantities of LPG and other hazardous chemicals with the following hazardous properties are stored on the site. Flammable chemicals that may cause fire or explosion. Chemicals that have long-term effects on human health. For your safety and the safety of others, you must comply with all the rules and safety warnings in force on the premises. Failure to do so may result in removal from the area and permanent banning. In particular, the following are prohibited on the premises: smoking, use of open flames, appliances that may be a source of ignition, photography or filming in the plant is prohibited without the permission of the depot manager and following special measures. Personal protective equipment made of materials that do not generate electrostatic charges or discharges that can ignite explosive atmospheres must be worn when entering explosion risk areas. Bringing, consuming, and working under the influence of alcohol or other illegal psychoactive substances are also prohibited, as is any inappropriate behavior or failure to comply with staff instructions. Drivers and other visitors must identify themselves and be briefed on safety measures before entering the area. If a vehicle with a Euro 3 or less powertrain is entering, a spark arrestor must also be fitted. The same rules apply in the depot area as on public roads. Vehicles must follow the intended route and direction of travel. Driving outside these routes is only possible with the permission of the depot manager. Vehicles carrying dangerous goods have priority over other vehicles. It is strictly forbidden to use a mobile phone or any other device that can disturb concentration while driving. Always wear a seatbelt and keep a safety distance. Overtaking and exceeding the speed limit are also prohibited. Leaving the vehicle with the engine running is strictly prohibited. Parking is only permitted in designated parking spaces. The driver of a road tanker must supervise the stopped vehicle at all times. It is forbidden to take the legally required rest in the depot area. All work, technical and other procedures must be carried out in accordance with the safety instructions given. After arriving to a road tanker loading gantry, the vehicle's engine must be switched off. The vehicle must be secured against uncontrolled movement, and unnecessary electronic devices must be switched off during loading. It is also strictly forbidden to start preparations for fuel transfer or to transfer fuel during thunderstorms with atmospheric discharges. Fuel transfer can only be safely started as follows. Connect the earthing. Use the switch correctly. Connect the liquid phase transfer hose or liquid phase transfer arm. The coupling must be turned fully to ensure a tight connection. Open the liquid phase connection valve on the road tanker. Connect the gas phase transfer hose or gas phase transfer arm. The coupling must be turned fully to ensure a tight connection. Open the gas phase connection valve on the road tanker. If the connection of transfer hoses or arms is difficult, use a pressure relief valve. Open the main valves of the road tanker via the road tanker volumeter. Together with the depot staff, check the quantity ordered and the quantity allowed to be filled and confirm the quantity to be filled. Manually open the valves of the gantry installation if necessary. Confirm the start of the transfer on the gantry panel and monitor the tank fuel level gauge or tank vent valve. Fuel transfer can only be safely completed as follows. When the maximum filling level or the ordered quantity has been reached, confirm the end of the transfer on the panel and print out the documentation. Close the main valves of the road tanker via the road tanker volumeter. Close the gas phase connection valve on the road tanker and disconnect the gas phase transfer hose or gas phase transfer arm. Close the liquid phase connection valve on the road tanker and disconnect the liquid phase transfer hose or liquid phase transfer arm. If the pressure in the transfer hose or transfer arm does not drop, use a pressure relief valve. Then, disconnect the transfer connection. Disconnect the earthing. Use the switch correctly. Before, during, and after filling, the vehicle must meet the conditions of safety, reliability, and adequacy. Any non-compliance detected means an immediate ban on further handling, and the vehicle is prohibited from re-entry until the non-compliance is rectified. Despite caution and observance of all the rules, accidents, gas leaks, fires, or explosions can occur. In the event of an initial fire, use a fire extinguisher. If a fire develops, press the fire alarm call point. Fire extinguishers and fire alarm call points are marked on the evacuation plan. Unintended use is strictly prohibited. If a fire develops, if LPG leaks uncontrollably, or if the road tanker moves uncontrollably during fuel transfer, also use the emergency shutoff immediately. When the alarm sounds, follow the instructions of the staff or safely stop all work and proceed to the designated evacuation assembly point. Only leave the area with your vehicle if this is possible. Otherwise, pull over and leave your keys in the vehicle. Ensure access for emergency vehicles. Emergency and evacuation routes must always be kept clear. Report any accident, gas leak, or fire immediately to the fireman or other member of staff. If we all act carefully and according to the instructions, we will return each day to what is truly important in life. Petrol. Energy for life.